Greetings, beloved, and Happy New Year. I wanted to take this moment to just welcome you into this new cycle of life that we call a new year, and welcome to the R Spot. Now, 2018 promises to be very intense, and the place we're really going to feel that intensity is in our relationships. All relationships, love ships, family relationships, friendships. So I want to wish you good year, good loving, good times, and be sure to stay tuned to the R Spot. So if this is your first time with us, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if it isn't, stay tuned. We've got this week's episode coming up right now.
Get up, the R Spot. Get up. Get up. Got a problem, don't know how to solve them. Get up. Need motivation, a source of inspiration. Get up. To make it to the end, you know you gotta fight to win. So watch the R Spot, it'll fix your problem. Get up. Get up, get up, get up. Hey, only on the R Spot, yeah.
Welcome to the R Spot, the place we come to examine and explore all things about all kinds of relationships. Hopefully you will hear or recognize something here that you can use to make every relationship in your life more loving, fulfilling, and satisfying. Now, our topic today is one that many of you have written to me about, and it's one that many people have or may be experiencing right now, and that is a broken relationship. How do you heal broken relationships? So I want to do this in two parts. Today, I want to talk about broken love ships or intimate relationships where there's a breakdown between partners. And in our next episode, next week, I want to look at broken family relationships. And in that episode, I want to cover parents and children, siblings, and even extended family members. But today, I want to talk to all of you out there whose relationship is on life support. Now, a broken relationship is one where the parties involved are just kind of hanging on to each other or hanging on to the relationship. Neither party is happy, and they're not sure why they stay, but they're not really ready to leave. A broken relationship is one where there's constant argument. Maybe there's name calling and all manner of disrespectful behavior. And it's a definite relationship killer if there's any violence involved. Or when there's the involvement of outside people, either outside lovers or gossip carriers, even advice givers who tune in to what's going on. A broken relationship is one where the trust is gone, the intimacy is minimal, if it exists at all, or where the people in the relationship live two separate lives. It's one where the parties are mean to each other. Now, of course, there's no communication, at least not about the real issues. And when there is communication, neither party can hear each other. What they hear instead is criticism or ingratitude or complaints and maybe even threats. Then, there's another kind of broken relationship. It's the dead relationship. This is where two people live together or they are together, and that's about all they do. There's no arguing. There's no intimacy. And there's no communication because there's no life in the relationship. There's no energy. Now, there may be some love, but it is rarely, if ever, demonstrated. Now, this is the height of frustration and unhappiness. This is where one or both parties is thinking about calling it quits, but neither does for whatever reason. They just kind of stay together, sucking up space and calling what they're doing a marriage or a relationship when it is anything but that, because it's dead or dying. Now, if you are in one of these situations, I want you to know two things. First, the relationship can be healed. And the second thing is, you're probably not going to want to do what you need to do to heal it. But let's look at it anyway. I mean, what have we got to lose? Now, there are many ways to break a relationship, a love ship. But today, I want to examine three common things. Number one, betrayal of trust. Number two, unresolved hurts. And number three, laziness. Okay, let's look at the first one, betrayal of trust. We've talked about this so many times. It happens in so many relationships. Infidelity is one way, but betrayal of trust also happens when there are repetitive broken promises. When one partner or the other partner never does what they say they will do when they say they will do it. And then this is where the betrayal of trust really comes in. When you don't apologize or give an explanation, or when you're challenged about why you didn't, it gets defensive, even ugly. Listen, when your partner cannot depend on you, when you don't take your word seriously, when you consistently or repeatedly break your promises, it breaks the trust placed in you. And you can only get away with that so many times. Broken commitments, broken agreements, and repeated disappointments send the message that you don't care, that something or someone else is more important to you. And when you do that to your partner, they will eventually shut down or get mad and stay mad. So listen, if you are a promise breaker, this is not going to turn out well for you or the relationship. And your broken promises will become the whip that are used to beat you up and beat you down. Now, I could go on and on and on about broken trust, but let me leave it here. Love is durable and flexible, like Teflon, but trust is fragile. Once it's broken or repeatedly broken, that relationship is in a lot of danger. Now for number two, unresolved hurts. These things right here, they are poison. They are arsenic. They are deadly. It's those little things, the little slights, the little disappointments, the little broken promises that then get magnified by the big things, words spoken in anger or failure to support, affirm, or encourage your partner. Bad behaviors of all kinds, including addictions, and yes, the I word, infidelity. And if these were not bad enough on their own, then there is the refusal or the failure to talk about them. That will break a relationship down. It's a relationship killer. You've got to talk about those things. Incomplete conversations about the things partners do to hurt one another. Oh my God, it takes your breath away. And it takes away commitment and respect, and it will suck the love right out of a relationship. But still, it can be healed. And finally, there's laziness. I cannot tell you how rampant relationship laziness is today in our world. Partners are lazy about sweet talk. They're lazy about doing those special little things. They're lazy about making time, date time, sex time, quiet time away from the children and the bills. Partners are lazy about taking care of each other. I mean, a back rub, a foot rub, a nice dinner, flowers, cards, things that say you matter to me and I care about you. You know, listen, I have a friend who occasionally travels for work. And anytime she leaves town, even if it's once every 6 months, before she gets on the plane, the train, the bus, or in the car, she puts a card in the mail to her husband. She has done it for years. I mean, all of us know about it. We all know about it. And we'll ask her, did you send him his card? No, because she says she never wants her husband to think that when she's leaving him, he doesn't matter. But partners get comfortable and lazy. They take each other for granted. They let the kids or the job or social media or a little weight gain or loss of hair make them lazy about demonstrating their love. You know, they stop kissing on the way out the door or when they return. They stop holding hands. They stop telling jokes. They stop sitting on each other's lap. I mean, they just get lazy. And then their hearts grow cold. and then they find other ways to fill their cups, or they just become resigned to the coldness, the emptiness, and the laziness. And it can still be healed, okay? You know what? I don't do weddings anymore. People ask me all the time to marry them. And one reason I don't is because I require 6 counseling sessions, 2 together as a couple and 2 for each partner. And I give homework. And if they don't do their homework, I don't do the ceremony. And the other reason I don't do marriages is because I found that too many people just don't want to do the work required to keep their relationship or their marriage alive. You know, some of those things are the same things that I'm telling you right here that are required to heal a broken relationship. Now, if you won't do it at the beginning, I'm not going to believe you're going to do it in the middle. Now, the first one is a major step in all recovery programs. It's step 4, to do a fearless moral inventory. This is where you sit down with yourself and you look at yourself, your behaviors, your habits, your requests, your requirements, and your demands of your partner. You look at what you have done, what you have not done, what you promised to do, what you have said and not said, and the one thing that you know gets on your partner's nerves. And then you commit yourself to remedy the places and ways you have fallen short. Now, the deceptive intelligence will tempt you to look at your partner and excuse your own behavior. But if you are tempted to let yourself get away with one mean thing or one nasty attitude or one behavior, slap yourself. Slap yourself and pray for yourself. Pray that you'll get in order. You want to heal your relationship? A fearless moral inventory with the intention to self-correct is what's required if you desire to grow and heal your relationship. Now, it won't be easy, but it is absolutely necessary if you are serious. And if you're not, then you'll just find a way to excuse yourself in your behavior. And let me tell you, it is not going to turn out well for you. You see, nothing from the outside can destroy a relationship. All relationships are destroyed from the inside out. So if you're in a broken relationship, it is your responsibility to fully engage in the healing process. Now, of course, both partners must do this because it leads to the next step, confession. Once you identify your role, your part in the breakdown, you must confess it to your partner. I told you that you may not want to do what's required, but this is an absolutely necessary step. Chances are by the time your relationship is in breakdown, you've been denying or defending your role. Now that you've committed to healing, and if you are committed to healing, you must share with your partner your awareness of your role in the breakdown and then ask for forgiveness. Now, I know it's very natural for each partner in a relationship to blame the other partner, to point out you're looking at what they do, how they caused the breakdown, but that is the ego. Both parties in a relationship are equally responsible for everything that goes on between them. Now, it may be that one partner has a greater responsibility than the other, but both of them are responsible. So both must confess. No excuses, no explanations. No, I did this because you did that. No. No, I would do that if you would. Then I wouldn't have to. No. Stop yourself. Try this. Beloved, I just want you to know that I am now aware that I have been whatever, or that I've done whatever. And once you confess, don't forget to apologize. Confess, apologize, and ask for forgiveness. Now, in a perfect world, partners would do this 2 or 3 times a year anyway. I would suggest that you do it monthly because this is how you will avoid unresolved hurts. But any couple in breakdown or where a relationship needs healing, this step is absolutely necessary. And it's essential because it cleans the slate, cleans it off. Now, partners, listen. When your partner confesses, do not, I repeat, do not open your mouth. Do not beat them up. Do not ask them any questions. Instead, wait for it's time for you to confess and then share how you felt about whatever it is they shared. Then, shut your mouth. Okay? The last thing you want to do is interrupt a confession with questions and comments. As I always say, that will not turn out well for you. Okay? Now, here's the big step. Here's the big ask. The absolute bottom line if you want to heal a broken relationship, or if you want to heal your breaking relationship or a lifeless relationship, you have got to pray for yourself and for your partner. You have to pray and shut your mouth and take your hands off the situation by putting your spirit in it. You have to pray forgiveness. I forgive you for, and I forgive myself for. Then you got to pray in gratitude. Pray that you're grateful for your partner. I'm so grateful for. And if there's nothing about your partner or the relationship that you're grateful for, then perhaps you need to pull the plug anyway. You have to pray for clarity. God, show me what I cannot see. Lift the veil from my eyes. Lift the shield from my heart. And you have to pray for patience. God, keep me still until you tell me to move. You have to pray for humility. God, show me my shortcomings, my failures, my part in this mess. God, I give up the need to be right, and I ask to be healed, corrected, and guided. If you want to heal a broken relationships, beloved, you have to pray for yourself and for your partner. And if you don't have a prayer practice, or if you don't think you know how to pray, try this. Just try this one. Father, Mother, God, Holy Spirit, Source, whatever divine presence you acknowledge. Into thy hands I place my relationship. I ask that you show me what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say. I ask that you bring my relationship into perfect alignment with your will and with your love. God, help. Help me. Thank you. And then once you pray, keep doing your inventory. Identify what you've done and not done, and immediately make amends as best you can. Apologize, forgive, ask for forgiveness. Stop being lazy. Get more attentive. If you want to heal yourself, for your partner, for your relationship, for your loveship, push yourself out of your comfort zone. Surrender control. Give up what you think needs to happen. Pray, set a clear intention that your relationship will be healed. Now, I know this is a lot. I know your mind is racing and that the ego, the deceptive intelligence, is fighting you to negate and dismiss what I'm telling you. I hear you. And I hear the question. Well, what if your partner is not willing to do their part? What if your partner doesn't want to do the work? Well then, beloved, just do your part. Take your eyes off the problem. Take your eyes off your partner and do your work. You pray. You forgive. You stop being lazy. You be kind. You do the kissing. You do the card sending. Just do your part. And you will know when enough is enough. You will know because no matter what happens, if you pray, if you have a clear intention, a broken relationship can be healed. And sometimes the healing means that you let go. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Be sure to sign up for my mailing list at Iyanla.com because I've got a new book coming out in 2018 and I'm going to be on tour for the first time in 16 years. I want you to know when I'm coming to your hometown or a town near you because you can just come on over there. And I hope that you will follow me on all social media platforms. And if you haven't signed up for Awakening 1 Million, Awakening 1 Million Powerful Minds, please go to awakening1million.com. Get your gifts and your assignments.